Hey guys, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've posted anything on the Patreon. It's been a while since you guys heard any updates from me. So I'm just gonna make this general update here and kind of set some expectations for what's going on, and just kind of give you guys an insight as to like where my mind has been for the past month or so. Y'all probably noticed I haven't been streaming as much. About a month or a couple weeks ago, I had my Discord account hacked. If you guys want any details on that, feel free to just like let me know. But for everybody's safety, I had James, who had access to the Discord as a mod, ban everybody, and Discord is still like investigating my account and that sort of thing. There's not really like a guarantee that I'll get my account back, and I'll cross that bridge when it comes down to it. But like we've talked about before on the stream and the podcast, like control what you can control. So I've taken this opportunity to just sort of recenter and refocus like on myself. And I guess I can talk a little bit about that too. So, yeah, you guys may have heard me talk about this for a while, but let's talk about agreements again, because I think this is something that has been like ever since I first read The Four Agreements, which is a book about like the things that you should be cognizant of. It's Toltec ancient civilization wisdom that I found some inspiration in to kind of like reassess my mental state. And I feel like, during quarantine, since you can't explore externally, exploring internally has been sort of like my go-to thing. It's probably why you haven't seen me talking as much or speaking as much. I've done a lot of listening in the past like month or so, and more to myself. So yeah, let's talk about agreements. So the Discord that I originally made was, I thought, my first endeavor into the content creation space. It was something that I felt like was necessary in order for me to be successful. And I made it proactively before having an audience, expecting the audience to come. And in a way, when that thing was created, it was very ego driven, because I thought that I was special. I thought that like I could garner attention. I thought I could foster a community. And, after being in this space for so long, I started to recognize more and more that I couldn't attribute my attention evenly to my job, to like me wanting to learn a language, wanting to learn how to software, like make progress in the software I'm using, like OBS, Final Cut Pro. I realized that, from the start, I sort of made an agreement about how I was going to act. And a lot of that was regurgitated from people that I had watched, and the expectations and what I thought were agreements that were not mine. I went into this space with sort of a similar head as what I thought the people that, were here successfully before me would do. And, slowly but surely that's been dissolved, forcibly taken away from me. The Discord was sort of like that kind of notch, that traumatic turn that I sort of needed to understand what I was doing wrong for myself. And so with my ADHD, it's something, and I'm unmedicated, so like I'm not using this as an excuse, but I know that for myself, it's hard for me to give the attention to all of these different spaces and not give it to me. And that's really what it came down to. I felt like I needed to be present. I felt like I could give everybody the things that everybody else had the time and energy to do. And that was a comparison that I just like, had an agreement with, and then realized that it wasn't accurate. I'm not like everybody else. Things take time for me to do, sometimes longer than others, or faster than others. I'm my own sort of independent person. So I'm going to use this time to focus primarily on offline content, because work, demands most of my attention during the holidays. And when it slows down, you guys will see me streaming more. I still plan to do the talk show. I still plan to take phone calls from everybody, but during this time of year, it's especially difficult for me to do any of this stuff. So, I have to focus on myself, my family. I have to focus on the attention that like needs to be given, and a lot of the time, especially during this time of year, the attention can't go to everybody else. It has to go to me, because if I don't take care of myself, who is, right? So, that's just a little bit of an update. As far as going into the new year, it's not really so much going into the new year for me. It's more about like when work slows down. That's when I'll pick up like conversations and streams, like I mentioned. And I felt really bad, like I have people who have been subscribed to the Patreon and not getting anything from it for the past like month or two. And again, like a lot of that is just it's not a viable way for me to operate in this space. And I know that that kind of sets me up for failure. But at the same time, like I want to do this on my own fucking terms. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to. I know this is like crazy to say, but like if I don't fall into the status quo, I'm doomed to be a failure. But I didn't like come in here to be ultra successful. I think I did initially, but I lost what my intentions were after I started like getting swept up in streamer culture and like the expectations and wants of like my peers and what they were striving for. And I was like, I should strive for that too. It ended up for me making me less creative, less ambitious with like what I want to do. And again, I lost like what I was trying to focus on, what I was my intentions for like the space and how I was going to be Steve, Anyway, that's a little update from me. I just finished a workout and I was like, I need to sit down and I really need to like update y'all on what's going on. So if you need anything from me, you can always message me on Patreon, DM me on Twitter. I won't have my Discord back up, and if you guys want to stay updated, I'll be posting on Twitter, related to anything on Discord's end. And again, if you have any questions for me, let me know. I know I'm not the only person who's struggling this time of year, so I just want to say, my heart goes out to all you guys. It's not easy, this time around, especially with the pandemic going on. And I want you to know that I do care about all the support that I have, received, both past, present, non-monetary. I just need to like do this on my own terms and kind of give myself the time I need to come back in a way that makes it feel like I am back, present. Much love to all you guys. I'll catch you later.